Hello, boys. This is the road to Empanema. Uh, but Max isn't here, so it's not a podcast. I guess it's just me talking. Cause we wanted to get something out today, but Max can't do a podcast right now because he's at his mom's and he doesn't have a microphone. So it's just gonna be me this week, you know? Yeah, yeah. So we actually did record a podcast. But dude, oh my god, it was such a shit show. It was so bad. Just everything that could go wrong went wrong. And then like Max had to leave so we couldn't do it again. And we were like trying to call a bunch of people. It just didn't work, you know. It wasn't funny. It was shit. So but you know, we wanted to get something out. We're trying to get something out every week, you know. Maybe we'll get some kind of a upload schedule going. You know, maybe like Friday or Thursday or like Saturday or something. Those are some pretty good days. Um, but you're stuck with me today, so I'm sorry if you're missing Max. I am too. Yeah. But I was thinking today, you know, since it's just me, I'm gonna read my dream journal. You know, this will probably be pretty short. Try and keep it like 15 minutes, you know, if I can even get to 15 minutes. All right. So I started a dream journal because I've been wanting to lucid dream for like really long time. I just can't do it. I haven't been able to. I got really close once where I was like, "Oh my god, I'm dreaming right now in my dream." But then I couldn't do anything. Like I was like, "Oh, I'm going to go fly." And I couldn't. I just couldn't fly, couldn't do anything. And then my dream just kept going. I kind of forgot that I knew that I was dreaming. Yeah. All right. So I've had a dream journal for a while. The first one I had, all of them got deleted because it was on my old phone. So I think I remember a few of them. One of them, I was on a school trip with like Max and stuff, and we were just hanging out, and we went on this bus, and then on the bus, I saw Jerry Garcia, like the lead guy of the Grateful Dead. And I was like, dude, Jerry Garcia, how's it going? He was like, hey man. And then he left, but he dropped a lighter, and I was like, yo Jerry, you dropped a lighter, dude. And then Jerry looked back and he was like, you can keep it, man. That was the only one I remembered though. All right, let's just read them, read them off, you know. Dream journal number one. I think I have like 10 of these, so yeah. All right, so I was on a hike with my school, but instead of like just my school, it was like every kid I've ever met, you know, like kids from elementary school, middle school, high school that I've met that I know. And so we're all like walking to this beach. And so, you know, on the hike, we're going there. I'm just going around talking to kids, you know, mingling, seeing what's up, shooting the shit, you know, just going down, talking to teachers, stuff. Yeah, I'm just talking to everybody. It's awesome. We're walking. We finally get to this beach, right? It's this huge beach, beautiful beach, you know. There's these giant like rocks coming out. The surf's good. We're going there to surf. And then right before we get there, this giant lightning bolt strikes the water. I'm like, oh shit, dude, we're totally not gonna be able to surf. The teachers are gonna be too worried about this lightning bolt. You know, maybe it's gonna hit again. Some kid's gonna get electrocuted. You know, but we got there, and I'm like, all right, maybe if I get there before the teachers, I can just start surfing and they won't notice. So that's what I did. I just ran over there, and everybody else is running too, right? And I get to the surfboard seller. Not seller, he's just giving out surfboards. You know, maybe the teachers paid beforehand. I don't know. It's a dream, whatever. So I get a I go up to the guy. And I'm like, yo, dude, I'll take a 38. Like I beforehand, like I knew the surfboard sizing. I was so confident about it. Like, yeah, dude, I'll take a 38. And he's like, oh yeah, you look like a 38. Gives me the perfect size surfboard. It looks sick. It's thin. It's just awesome. It's just a sick board. And then he's like, dude, but you gotta have a lantern before you go in the water. And in my dream, this made sense. Like, yeah, like y'all, you always gotta have a lantern. But now that I'm thinking back to it, it's like midday. I don't need. I'm not gonna use a lantern. I, even at night, I wouldn't use a lantern. Maybe like a flashlight or something, so people could see me. But a lantern doesn't really make sense. It's just like a glass box with like a candle in it. And so he was like, yeah, but I'm all out of lanterns. I can't give you any lantern. I'm like, damn it, dude. But then this guy's like, you know what? I like you. I can go find you a lantern. So he goes off, I'm waiting around a few minutes. Comes back with it's a little tiny lantern. And I can't attach it to my surfboard in any way. So I'm like, dude, where am I gonna put this lantern? So I put it around my ear. And like a logical person would just put it around their neck, like it's got a rope. I don't have pierced ears or anything, it's just a little rope, but I just put it like around my ear. It's just hanging off my ear. Yeah. And so then I get in the surf, right? We're going, I meet up with Max, and we're just surfing, dude. It's awesome. We're waiting for these waves, talking. And then Max, he just keeps trying to get waves, but he just can't stick the wave. And I'm like, oh, Max, this is our wave, dude. And we're paddling for it. We hit it. Max hits it. I hit it. We're going down. I surf through this arch in the rock. We're going through. I hit it. Max hits it. I'm like, yo, Max, did you just see that shit? And we're just laughing, having fun. It was a good time. And then yeah, and then yeah, that was the end of the dream. All right, dream number 2. Okay, so let's see, what is this dream? All right, so I'm on a trip to Canada, and this is another surfing dream. Actually, I don't go surfing at all. We live in Colorado. There's no ocean around here. I've been surfing like twice before, and it's super fun. I think that's why I dream about it. I want to surf more. So I guess I dream about surfing a lot. I don't know. So we're in Canada, and I'm looking I'm on this like this high platform above the ocean. And the ocean, there's these mondo waves, dude, there's giant waves going down. And so I'm just looking at these waves. I'm like, wow, goddamn, those are huge. And I'm talking to this guy, and this local dude comes over, and I'm like, yo, what's up, man? These waves are gnarly. And he was like, yeah, I know, you want to go for a swim? And I'm like, dude, totally. And so, we're going out, we're swimming, and he's talking about how dangerous the surf is because there's this coral reef that it's just like this cliff. So there's these giant waves, and then they just go right into this coral reef cliff, and the reef is super high up. So if you catch a too big of a wave or you are on it for too long, you just get smashed into this reef. And so we're going out, we're swimming, we're getting a little closer, and then we get caught in a rip, dude. And this rip is pulling us out. And we see this huge wave coming. And we're like, oh shit, dude, this is bad. And we hit the wave hits us, it's just taking us down. You know, we're in the washing machine, just getting tumbled. And then the wave comes over us, and I look up, and we're like mere feet away from this reef. And we're like, Damn, dude, that's sketchy. And so then I get out, and the rest of the dream was just me watching surfers get absolutely demolished on this reef, and just people wiping out, and then me like talking to local surfer guys. Yeah, that's it. All right, number 3. Okay, this one's weird. So I was part of this like this martial arts temple where we would meditate and like fight. And so that's what we did. We just would meditate and fight. And there were these guys there who were like super good UFC or these super good MMA guys, and they would just teach me moves and stuff, teach me wrestling moves. And then one day they gave me this mission. So I had to go to this like rec center museum, like pool. It's just a weird place that I made up. I don't know what it was. That was down the road, and find this guy Bo Bryson. And Bo Bryson in real life is my jazz band instructor. He's my jazz teacher. Super cool dude. I love him. And so they were like, all right, you got to find this man named Bo Bryson. I'm like, oh, dude, I know him. He's my guy. And so they gave me this like dried pouch of like herbs, and they said, smell this. And he said, give this to him to smell. Like, all right. Because I don't know, it made sense in the dream. It doesn't really make sense now. There's some mystical spiritual thing or whatever. I don't know. So yeah. So I take my skateboard, which was like a cool cruiser with like old longboard trucks and wheels, and then I skated over to the rec center. And I get out, I hide my board under a chair at the pool, and then I go inside looking for Bo. And then I run around doing stuff for a while. I don't really remember that part. I finally find Bo. I'm like, yo, Bo, can you smell this? And he just does it, no questions asked. I'm like, all right, thanks, man. And I leave. And so then I get back out to the pool area, right, to find my skateboard. And I'm talking to my friend, and then I look under the chair where my board is, and somebody had taken the trucks and the wheels off, but they had left the board. So instead of just taking my whole skateboard, they like they got it like a car, where they just take the wheels off. That's what they did in my skateboard, but with the wheels and the trucks. So they just left the deck. I'm like, why? Who would do that? And then I walked back to my weird temple place, and uh nobody would give me a ride back home to my house, so I just walked back home. That was the dream. Okay, number 4. So it was a dream where I was watching anime, but it was like such a cool show, and I completely made it up. It was awesome. It was about this like kid and his friend who were like super good at fighting, and then this super strong evil dude, and it was like trying to kill me, but he like saved me. It was awesome. It was cool. I was like always trying to escape the darkness, which the super evil dude was creating. And he was like, come back and fight me when you're stronger. So I went and I trained for a while, and I came back and I fought him. And I saved all the lands. So if anybody wants to make a cool show, that's a good idea, I think. Yeah. Okay. So let's see. Oh, this one's weird. So this is my dream. There was this flood that happened, and everybody said it was the apocalypse. Nobody's gonna survive this flood, and it was like a 7-day flood. I didn't like do anything with I don't know I didn't remember the flood. I didn't dream the flood. Just the flood came, and then when the flood left, I got out. I left my apartment, which was right on Pearl Street. And if you know Pearl Street, which you probably do, there's no apartments on it, so you can't really have an apartment like right off of Pearl Street. So I go out of I go out of my apartment, and the walls are like kind of stained because of the flood. And I go around and I'm like, I just got this plate of cheese, and I went around and I gave people samples of cheese, and everybody loved my cheese. They'd go around and I didn't have like forks or anything, so people would just grab this cheese with their hands and eat it. And one of the cheeses was like half cheese, half spinach, so it was just like a goop there. People would just shove their hands in and just grab handfuls of my cheese, and then no, they would grab like good amounts, like little pieces, right? And they would nibble it. And then one time, I'm going around, right, giving people cheese, and this fucking dickhead comes and he grabs like a whole fistful of my spinach cheese. And then I'm like, dude, what the hell? So I grab his glasses, I throw him to the ground, and I just stomp on him. Yeah, that was the dream. And then, all right, number 6. So, this is kind of weird. I want to stay the night with my siblings at this person's house, which I didn't know them, and then we found out their house was haunted, and we were just like chilling, looking at haunted stuff happening, like rocking chairs rocking, but it wasn't like it wasn't like a nightmare. It was cool. We were just like, whoa, go surreal, that's awesome. Yeah. Okay, let's see. Number 7, in my dream, I just went and explored a big mine and met people in the mine. That's all that one says. I don't remember that dream at all. Okay. All right. So me and my cousins were at dinner, right? And we were walking outside, and we were gonna go hang out just around. I think we were on Pearl Street again. We were just hanging out around Pearl Street. So we were just walking around, and we're leaving this place, and we see Joe Rogan like going across a crosswalk. And I like ran over to him, and I was like, oh, no. I was walking across a crosswalk, and I saw Joe Rogan in his car waiting to pass, and I ran out to the car, and I was like, Joe Rogan. And so then Joe Rogan got out of his car and said, what's up, dude? And I was like, dude, I love your shit. And he was like, thanks, man. And then I tried to shake his hand, but he kept backing away. Well, so like I would, go a little bit closer to shake his hand, and he would back up. And then I stopped, and I was like, oh yeah, dude, sorry, coronavirus. That was my first coronavirus dream. And then he came up to me again, and I was like, can I get a picture? And he was like, okay. And then he put his hand on my shoulder. And then for some reason, the camera on my phone was too small to get like the full picture of me and Joe Rogan. So when I got the picture, it was just me with a hand on my shoulder, and Joe Rogan just not in the picture. Yeah. Okay, and then number 9. All right, during quarantine, my hair grew really long and it turned blonde. That's about it. My hair is growing long, dude. It's really annoying. I don't like when my hair's long. I don't think it looks very good. I need a haircut, but I can't get a haircut. Now it's just how it is, though, I guess. Gotta stay inside, huh? Yeah. I might try growing my hair out, though, just to see what it looks like. Because I've never had my hair long, Just want to see what it looks like. All right, yeah. Number 10. This is the last one. So, my parents sent me to live with my 2 uncles over the summer, and they owned this super dope pawn shop. And like Pawn, have you seen that show Pawn Stars? Is that what it's called? I think so. It's kind of like that, but it was like cooler because it was kind of low key, like an antique shop, pawn shop. It wasn't just a normal pawn shop. And so I lived above it for the summer in like a loft, like an attic space kind of. It was really cool. And so my uncles were these like eccentric guys. They were always trying to get rich quick. They're always into some shenanigans. So one of the shenanigans was they thought they could get rich off bidets. And so they bought like just a mountain of bidets, but nobody bought any bidets. And bidets are the things that like you put in your toilet and they spray water up your butthole, right? And they're awesome. I love those things. I really want to get one at my house. That'd be cool. All right, and so then one day a rich guy came in, and he heard we had just a super cool pawn shop, and he wanted to buy some stuff. And he looked around, he didn't see anything. My uncles were like, just go around and sell this guy anything. And so I just take him around, and he just is not having it. He doesn't want to buy anything. So eventually I take him out into the back into our outhouse, which is our only bathroom. It's just a nasty outhouse with a bidet in it, it's like a hole in the ground with a bidet. And so he's like, why are you taking me back here? I'm like, man, just use the bathroom, all right? So he uses the bathroom, and then I'm like, all right, you see that nozzle there? Turn it on. And he turns it on, and he just yelps with joy. And he comes out, and he says, I'll take your entire stock. And then the dream ended. That was a cool dream. Yeah. Okay, that was my dream journal, guys. Give us a like and a comment. And Max will be back next podcast. How about we give Max a call right now? Give Max a little bit of a little ring. I saw Max earlier today, actually. I was skating at this middle school by my house. And I get a Snapchat from Max, and he's like, oh yeah, I just saw you. And I'm like, oh, what? And he calls me, and I'm like, yo, Max, where are you? He's like, dude, I'm literally out in the front of the school. I was like, oh, cool. So I went over to him, and I talked with his mom and his brother and him for a little bit. And I skated. Yeah. All right, calling up Max. Okay, didn't call at all. My phone's kind of really messed up right now. I can only use like FaceTime call. It just, regular call doesn't work. Yeah. Okay, giving Max a call.
Yo.
Oi, Max. How's it going, mate?
Good, how about you?
Oh yeah, I just finished the thing, the dream journal thing.
How'd it go?
Yeah, it went pretty well. Yeah, I think it's gonna be a good one.
All right, cool.
Yeah, you're on the podcast right now, actually.
Oh, well, how's it going?
I don't. It's not really a podcast though. What should I name it?
Oh no, I was just thinking that as you were saying that. Could be like, I don't know, come up with something about like Will something, Will, I don't know.
Yeah, some Will's dreams.
Well, that's pretty fucking vague. Will something, but.
Well, dude, I'm already 25 minutes into this thing.
Damn.
I know.
Good shit, dude. You talked to your mom tomorrow?
Oh yeah, I did. It's a go.
All right, cool.
We're gonna hang out tomorrow.
What?
Oh, I was just talking, dude. I can bring my my microphone. That's the word. I can bring my microphone. We can record one tomorrow in person.
Yeah. Oh yeah, 100%. Either you don't have to bring your Chromebook because you can also use my MacBook.
Yeah.
But just bring your mic, we'll find a good spot. If anything, I think it'd be fun if, you can't do it in my house, so we find a cool spot out
Yeah,
somewhere.
dude, let's just go out to the skate park, do one out back, where we always did one.
Yeah, I got my mom said she's like, I'm going to be taking where your location is throughout the day.
Oh.
So I'm going to be sending me your location. Like,
huh. What? You should just not take your phone then, or like turn it off,
Yeah, that's something. If we I think like an hour tops. Maybe we should just skate there and do it somewhere else. You know what I mean? So we have max time skating there.
Yeah, dude, I'm down for that.
But whichever way, we'll figure it out. Yeah.
All right, cool.
Glad it turned out well.
See you later. You can.
Let's do it.
All right, that was Max. Good old Max. Yeah. Oh, so I'm out in my my shed right now. I think this is gonna be the permanent podcast place for me. It's away from everything. It's nice. It's cozy, and it's not like like a normal shed. It's like a little house almost. My dad built it a little while ago. He comes out here just to chill. He got a little fireplace in here, a desk, nice little futon. It was just good. We got a nice view, dude. Nice view of the nature. It was good, I can close that door so you don't hear any of these nature sounds, but I think they're pretty nice, especially if it's just me doing a little talking session. Yeah. Well, cool. Damn. 26:37. Almost a 30-minute solo podcast. I'm impressed with myself. It's weird doing these by myself, because our podcast is just kind of like the anti-podcast, There's no guests. There's no stuff we talk about. We don't have a subject. It just kind of goes. It just kind of flows, and it's hard to do that just by yourself. But I think I'm doing a pretty good job right now. Obviously they're better with Max, but yeah. All right. Well, I'll see you guys later for the next episode of The Road to Empanema. This one doesn't count. This is just something else. Next one's going to be like what? Episode 5? Yeah, I think so. Episode 5 is next. All right. Bye guys. Thanks for listening.